welcome to our show Artify This. In this series, we will share quick and creative ideas to help you create your own art pieces, and that too in just 15 to 20 minutes at the comfort of your home. So, in our first session, we will be transforming an old alcohol bottle into an functional piece. Don't worry if you don't have one. Any scrap bottle lying at home will work perfectly. So let's turn everyday scrap into unique art pieces and let's get artsy together.
So first we'll take a white paper or any kind of paper to place on our table so we don't spoil our table or whatever base you're working on with colors. Then we'll take our palette, all our brushes and our acrylic colors. So now for acrylic colors I'm using the brand that is called Camel and I'm going to use cadmium yellow color. Now you can use any brand that is available with you for acrylic colors. There is no compulsion of any kind of brand that you should use. And now let's remove our color on our palette. And now we'll use a flat brush to paint on our bottle. Flat brushes because it is easier to paint with a flat brush as a base of your material, like it can be anything, whether it's canvas, whether it's bottle, whether it's a wooden frame. You can paint anything with a flat brush. Now the next step is to mix the color once. It is of a good practice to mix the entire color that you're going to use before painting it. That smoothes the color and then you will not see any lumps while painting it. Okay, so now let's take our bottle to paint it. As you can see, this bottle has got a lot of design on it, but no worries, we'll just paint it over. You don't need to remove the sticker and put lot of effort in that. You can just directly start painting it. Now as you can see, since this is yellow color and it is light, we will need to do more coats of this color, otherwise it will not form a proper base. So once your first layer of painting is done, you need to let the bottle dry. Also, to make the process faster, you can just use a hair dryer to dry the bottle. Now for the second layer, along with yellow color, I'm going to add a tint of yellow ochre just to make it a little darker shade. Also, since afterwards we are going to paint shades of bright blue color, I wanted the base layer to be of little dark shade, but now this is again your choice. You can keep the yellow as it is, or maybe you can use any other shade that you want to use. So now you can see with second layer the background design of the sticker is fading away. It's still visible but it is fading away. So we are going to need 3 layers of this colors to just make sure that our base layer is not visible. And again we will have to do the same process of drying the bottle before painting on for the third layer. And make sure that when you hold the bottle you don't spoil the color by touching it. Okay, now once our base layer is dried, we'll start with painting the final design on our bottle. Now to paint this design I'm going to use a round brush. Now you can't use a flat brush, you have to use a round brush. The first color I took is ultramarine blue. Yeah, so you're guessing it right. We are going to paint an evil eye. But let's make it very easy. Now you have to paint an evil eye in circle. So we'll paint the first layer of darker blue shade using a round brush and you will just have to paint the circles. Your circle doesn't need to be in a perfect circular shape. It can be of any shape that you like. Anything that looks abstract works. You don't have to make it look perfect because that's the beauty of this. See, as you can see, even I'm not making perfect circles. This is how it will look beautiful. And you don't even need to flatten out the color. You can keep a thick layer of it. That will make it look a little more 3D. Now you will have to make such circles of blue at proper distances all over the bottle so that the entire bottle is covered with evil eye. And we have to make sure that we don't make it very clumsy. It should be spacious enough for us to see the design clearly, and it should look aesthetic as well. Okay, so once we have done darker blue color circles all over the bottle, now we'll do our second layer. Now the second color is going to be white, and you don't need to wait for your color to dry before you start painting. You can just keep doing thicker circles around the blue circle, and you have to do it inside the blue circle. Just make sure that you don't mix the two colors, and even if you do to some extent, it's okay because it's your piece of art. It can look whichever way you want it to look. Once we are done with white inner circles, now we will do lighter shade of blue circles inside the white circle. Now it's up to you which colors of blue you want to use. You can use whichever color you like. Again, now while doing the light blue color shade, you don't have to wait for the white shade to dry, and you still have to do the thicker shades. As you can see, I have been applying thicker shades of blue as well, and that is giving it a look, 3D look. Also, there is no compulsion of the size of the circles, like the outer one is thicker, inner one is thinner, all of that works. This can be as abstract as you want it to be. Ta-da! Now it's time for the final color shade, and that's black. Now you just have to fill in the remaining area inside the circle, and your evil eye will be done. So as you can see, it is as easy as that. Anybody can paint this. You don't need to know art to paint this. And once all your colors are dried, like give it a good time, like 24 hours to dry, and after that we'll apply a coat of varnish to intact our colors. Now I am using a brand which is Little Birdie, and it's a gloss varnish, but you can use any varnish like that protects acrylic colors. And you just have to apply a thin layer of this varnish on our bottle. But remember, you can do this only after the color has dried properly. And one thin layer of this varnish coating is enough. This will seal our colors and keep our bottle protected. And once your varnish is done, you have to let it also dry like for 24 hours before you start using this bottle. And tada! Our bottle is done. Now you can use this bottle as your water bottle and just place it on your table or anywhere in your room. This is so aesthetic, oh my god. And also you can use this bottle as a planter. Fill it up with water, add a money plant, and there you go. Complete aesthetics for your room. So, artify this.